As everyone's joining on, I'm just gonna give a quick update. I just wanna say huge thank you to everyone who's participated in these classes for the past, I think it's now been 6 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks. We are so thrilled to have gone above and beyond on our GoFundMe goal. You guys have supported us, not only by participating, but also by donating. Your generosity has been incredible. This is the last week to donate to our GoFundMe. So if you are in the position to donate, we appreciate any amount. But keep up to date on Martha Graham website and Instagram page, because we're going to be transferring, doing some new projects with the company and working on those different platforms to take classes. But again, this is Graham Basics, so welcome to any newcomers. I'm going to be going through the fundamentals of the Graham technique, the idea of contraction and release, spirals, shifting of weight, etc. So please join in. You could join in from a seat, from a pillow, whatever your body is feeling like today, do what you need. But I'm building the class, so if you've joined me from the beginning, there'll be some same, but we're also progressing. So check out the YouTube page. I've placed a couple of the classes online so you can start really learning from the base up, but if not, you're gonna be fine. Jump right in today. I'll be saving this for 24 hours, hopefully, if Instagram is nice to me, and be placing this class also on the Martha Graham YouTube page. So let's get started. As always, we're gonna begin with contraction release, Graham's basis of movement. So stand up really tall with me. I'm gonna face sideways so you can see. Big breath in here. This is a nice release back, straight spine. And inhale and exhale. Bend the knees, curve the spine back like someone's pulling your body back, curving C curve like you're hugging a beach ball here. You can even let your head go. And then inhale to release, arms out wide. And then again, exhale. Feeling like a wave crashing into your stomach, curving. And inhale, release. And then, as I always say, hug that person you miss as you curve back, this contraction, this C curve, this exhale, this pulling back, and then from the navel, mid back, lower back, and the curve of the neck, and hug that person. Just feel good, stretching the back of the back. And then inhale again, release all that energy. Face forward, legs zipped up. We're gonna sit properly like a Graham dancer. You swing that leg around like you're about to do in a curtsy. Standing up tall, squat all the way down, all the way to your bottom, and then feet come together. Good. All right, so contraction release, basis of Graham. Really use that exhale to curve the spine without collapsing down, as I always say. Again, your spine stays tall, everything else goes back, chest, stomach, curve of the head without crushing down. We're gonna start with classic bounces. We're gonna go from the bounces today straight to the breathing. So, feet together, energy of the palms of the feet pressing in, hands on the ankles, sitting up nice and tall. I'll face sideways for you here. We're gonna pull back in that contraction, and we're gonna start the class by increasing that contraction in a bounce stretch. So the top of the head meets the feet for 16 small bounces. You just go bounce, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 16. From the base of the spine, you're gonna release. So don't start with the head like a turtle. From the base of the spine, driving your tailbone into the ground, sits bones in the ground, you're gonna release. 1, 2, flat diagonal. Do you see how nice? Well, I try to be nice and flat. Not all days are good, but nice, long spine. Tailbone in the ground. Don't lift up. Don't stick your stomach out. Nice, long ski slope. Energy out of the top of the head. You get taller to lift, straight up and down. You're gonna reach your legs forward and then out into your second position. Again, your second position could be here. That's great. Or a little bit more open. Again, no sticking out the stomach, no tilting back. You're straight up on your hip bones here. You can even feel them like you're walking. And you're gonna curve over, exhaling in that contraction, lower spine pulling back, and do again 16 bounces. Shoulders are down. Fingertips go towards the shins, and you're gonna bounce. The knees stay towards the ceiling. Don't let them roll in or move around. And we actually keep them up. You can keep them, you'll feel the turnout in your legs, but don't open them too much in that Alasakhan. Right up and down. This is your base. This is your stretch. And then again, you're gonna release from the lower spine all the way up, hovering over, lift up straight, feet to come together, flex back, and then you're gonna exhale again, curve back, lower back, furthest back, head goes towards the knees, arms reaching for the feet as you increase this nice curve up and over. Contraction for 16 little pulses, bounces, and a stretch. Then, this is the easiest way to see it, right here. Lower back, middle back, upper back, lengthen. Come up. Now you have two different options here. You can keep your legs in parallel and just lift the arms up and bring them by your side. Or, come up as you lift your arms up, turn out these feet here, and then crisscross them straight into our funny little crisscross heels lifted position here. Turned out the legs, left in front of right. So you can mirror me here. Again, you want to place something on that heel as you go straight into the breathings. So, I'll show you in this lifted crisscross position. Hips are turned out, up on your tailbone. Fingers are tented right beside you, pushing down, shoulders down as you exhale and curve. And on 2 counts, you're gonna push down on the floor through the sits bones to release. 1, 2, looking forward. Inhale, exhale, curve. 2 times. Inhale for 2, exhale for 2. Favorite, into the high release. Release, 1, 2, chest, sternum. I talked about this a few weeks ago. Breaking up in the sternum to lift the chest to the ceiling. Head goes back, face to the sun. Then you lift up even taller and you pull back again into contraction. And you'll do that 2 times and then we'll all stretch over the legs. If you choose not to sit in this position, or if you're sitting on a pillow, or if you're sitting on a chair, you can leave your feet right in front of you. And you could do this whole breathings on the 2s and the 4s with your fingers right by your hips. Sometimes that's easier than sitting in that position when we're first learning Gram. All right, I'm going fast today because you guys are ready. I know it. All right, so let's do the bounces and breathings. Again, pulling back in that spine, increasing the contraction over each time. Ready? Hold on just a second, I'm so sorry. Let me turn that up for you a little bit. Feet together, curving over to bounce. 16, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, shoulders down. 7, 8 more, pulling back in that lower spine as you increase the contraction. Release. 2, 3, 4, get long, tall. Legs out. Good, open second. Curve those hands, contract, bounce. 1. Shoulders are down, curving back. 8 more, keep those knees to the ceiling. Here we go with the release. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Beautiful, get taller here. Glue these legs in. Flex the feet. Contract and bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. Release. 1. Long spine, ski slope. Up. Either parallel. Turn out the legs or keep them flat. Bring them in for the breathings. Fingers by your side. Breathe in. 1, 2, out. Inhale. Exhale, up to the ceiling now. 1, 2, chest. Head up, contract back. Pull. Good. Release from the tailbone. Up. Pull back. Good. Stretch up and over the legs. Lift your chest. And release. Good. So that was a little bit more like what you would do in a regular Glam class. You would go straight from the bounces straight into a breathing combination like that. So great job. All right, we're sitting here. We're gonna go into the spiral. So as I always do this, I do these silly little walks for it. I want you to feel like your two sits bones are your feet here. Driving your car, walking forward and back. Another element of Graham, as I said before, contract and release, and then the spiral. Used from the walk, that spiral of the spine from the hip bones to make the body move in these beautiful oppositional pulls. So I made a prop for you today. This is really heavy, it's 25 pounds. Okay, this is a weight, obviously, from my struggle. So I wanted to show how much you need to keep your tailbone, your sits bones into the ground, with also showing how your hips are driving your spiral here. So if you can see, here's your two sits bones, where your hips are here. When you spiral, pulling that right hip back, do you see how everything tilts and the weight of it will pull the rest of your body here? And then when you center the hips, your whole body comes center, and then you do these contractions. So I'll show you the combinations, but I wanted to show you this, how this is like the driving of the car. One hip pulling back and the other, and then the centering of it determines where your spine moves. Also, in those releases, while we pitch forward, just like we did in those bounces, you see this strip of tape? This is your long spine. Your tailbone is weighted to the ground like you have 25-pound weights on the back of your sits bones. So when we do every release, pitching over here, whatever position we're in, you feel grounded into the floor like you have a weight. And then out from that weight, your spine is stretching like this piece of tape way out on the diagonal, not tilting, letting your tailbone come up, but grounding in with that weight down. So pretend and attach this heavy sits bones right into the floor and really think about weight down, everything else moving from this center, whether it's spiral or a pitch over. All right, I just had to show you that prop. Let me move this off. Okay, spirals. So we're talking about, think about that weight, that hip bone pulling back, determining your spiral position. Mirroring me, your left foot's gonna be in this funny little walk. If that is not comfortable for your feet, drop your feet down, or sit on a pillow for this part so that you have a little bit of a leave for your hip flexors. Hands are gonna be in the classic position. You're sitting up nice and tall, fingertips flat, pressing down like on a lily pad, and you're gonna start in a contraction. You're gonna pull that right hip back, steering your wheel, pulling back. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest of your body spirals with it as you look over your left shoulder. Then steering your hips back to center, body comes center, and you contract. Release the other side, pulling the left hip back, 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Centering the hips, 5, 6. Contract 7, 8. Now, dynamic. You're gonna release and spiral in 1. 1, then you're gonna increase. 2, 3, 4. So you're gonna keep spiraling this hip back as you lean a little bit back against your chest here. And then when you center, keep the head up and then contract in 1. Good. Then the other side, 1 count. 1, increase 2, pull, like someone's pulling this hip and everything else is spiraling. 2, 3, 4. Center 5, 6, 7, contract 8. Then the opening like we did last week, pulling that right hip back if you're mirroring me. Closing the arms in a nice brava first. Then pulling the legs apart, 1, 2, 3, arms 4. So you're pulling this hip back, pulling these legs in opposition. As you open that up, heel stays lifted right here in front. They're gonna stretch 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Up 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Again, stretch, 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 let this feel good. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then you're gonna open this other leg out, presenting. Close this leg in. Close the leg in, and we'll start on the other side. We're not gonna do the simple spirals, we're gonna go straight into that opening. So again, on the other side, I'll face a little bit more sideways here. So you can see you're in a contraction. On the release, you're gonna pull that left hip back, closing the arms, 1, opening, 2, 3, 4. Stretching over, 1, 2, 3, 4. And open, 2, 3, 4. And stretch, 2, 3, 4. And open. And you're in this nice position, spiraling, heel lifted, everything pulling in opposition like a bow and arrow. And then open the other leg, and you'll finish. That's it. All right, so The hip, if you put your hands here, if you're walking those hips in this crisscross position, you feel how your body reacts. That's what you want. And then your focus goes over that open shoulder. All right, let's try it. It's complicated. That opening of the leg and arm, make sure you pull in opposition as you open, keeping this knee to the ceiling, this hip pulling back. It's tough. This nice stretch, don't collapse. It's always a lengthening. All right, let's go to the spiral series. The left leg in front, legs relaxed if you need that. You can even put them together, pillow, chair. But follow along. Hands are pressing on the knees like on top of a lily pad as you do these beautiful spirals. Okay, here we go. Contract, pulling that right hip back. 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Center the hips. Contract, pull back. Good, other side. Left hip. Center the hips tall. All right, all in one. 1, increase, increase, pull, 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 pull. Center head up. Contract. Good, the other side. 2, increase. Center. All right, the opening. Pull. 2, 3. Stretch. Keep that heel lifted. Another stretch. Other side. Pull back. Left hip. Stretch. A smile always helps. Pull. Open and finish. Contract. Good. Grip starts to get complicated, so I'm going to move a little bit closer here to make sure you're seeing this hip shift, especially with that opening of the legs. So you're in this contraction, again, not collapsing, but pulled back enough. And that hip determines, especially when you expand, and this increase and lay back in the head, feel like there's a pillow behind you, and you're laying back as you spiral. And so that when you center the hips again, remember that weight centering back, kind of drives our car, so our chest is in a high release as we do the other side. So that's that expansion of the chest, and I kept saying increase, 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 lay back on a pillow. Arms are still here, not leaning back, but straight up and down. Center, contract. So that's that expansion. We usually do the counts, not in 4s, but in 3s and 6s, but you're getting the same movement anyways. All right, we are moving along today. I'm excited because I just love teaching you guys. You guys have been so positive, learning so quickly, so happy. All right, favorite prop, the prickly pant. We're gonna go into the feet, curving over. I can't not use the prickly plant because it's just so good to show how not to collapse in the spine and to increase that curve up and over like a wave. So, feet together, again, pressing with energy. Arms, nice curved diamonds out. Don't let them collapse. Don't let it get into the shoulders. Everything is so tall. You're always renewing this beautiful length energy. So sit up nice and tall. Pull back in that contraction. Even the chest comes in. Head continues on the spine, and you're going to go over in 4 counts. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Don't let the prickly plant get ya. Release from the lower spine. Remember, weight into the sits bones. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Flat back, ski slope. Rise 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And contract 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to reverse everything. You're going to start with a release. Drive into the ground. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Sitting up tall. Then pitch forward. This is that pitch, especially with that weight and that tape. Leaning out over a precipice. 2, 3, 4. Then contraction initiates. Curve like a plant pricked you. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Head goes towards the feet. And then you pull back, everything back into the starting contraction. So we just did over, release, pitch, up, contract, then reverse, up, lengthen, contract, pull back. Don't forget that chest. 2 counts. Same thing. Over 1, 2. Leave room. Spherical energy here. Release from the lower spine. 1, 2. Up 1, 2. Contract 1, 2. Same thing. We'll reverse it. Then you release 1, 2. Pitch 1, 2. Like someone's poking you in the belly button here. Deflate 1, 2, but with control. And pull back in that C curve 1, 2. And then you guessed it. We're gonna do 1 count because you guys are ready. When it's 1 count, I don't want you to be stingy on the contractions or anything like that. You wanna have the same range of motion, but it's just fast and percussive. So you're in that contraction. You go over 1, release 1, up 1, contract 1, release, pitch, contract, pull back. Okay, follow along, you guys got this. Most important thing, keeping those tailbones driving into the ground, sits bones driving into the ground, that pitch nice and tall, long spine, and never collapsing in your contraction. Feeling like you're going up and over something that's in the center of your legs here. 4 counts, 2 counts, 1 count. Let's go together. Up, contract. It's slow at the beginning. Over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release from the sits bones. 2, 3. Shoulders down. Tall. Get taller, taller, taller. And then contract. Exhale. Pull back. Chest up. Reverse this. Drive down. 1, 2, 3. Pitch. Roll everything over. Contract. Then pull everything back. 2 counts. Here we go. Over 1. Release. Really tall and long. Up. Pull back. Sit up tall. Up. Chest out. Pitch. Long neck. Contract. Prickly plant is still there. All right. 1 count. Dive. 1. 1. Pull back. Release. Pitch. Contract. And done. I can tell that was great. I know reversing and changing how you do the contraction can feel a little weird at sometimes, but it's so good to feel that you can control that release and contraction wherever you are. And it's always good to practice from a release position, that pitch over, pressing the feet together, keeping the turnout in the legs, and practicing tailbone into the ground, weighted, long spine, out in that long diagonal. Okay, I won't show how weak I am. Again, that weight's gonna stay over there. All right, so we're gonna go into deep stretches. Love this because we get to use that cupped hand. If you're joining us, I always have to repeat. I'm gonna do a nice tent with the hands here. Energy out the wrists. It's a beautiful way instead of the ballet arm, which is gorgeous. Graham used this as an extension of the energy from that back wrist hands in this beautiful kind of almost hieroglyphic classic line here. All right, so legs are in this V. Again, I'm always gonna remind you, try it out on a chair if you're a non-dancer, or if you're a dancer and just having hip problems, or sit on a pillow if this is really hurting your sits bones. If you're in this nice open V, you're gonna cup, contract, flex, look up, all at the same time. So if you're joining from before, you know this, sitting up nice and tall, weighted into your sits bones, arms are in a nice Graham second, so your hands point down, shoulders are lifted, expanding the back. From the contraction, exhale, flex, contract, cup, look up, then driving down, release, everything to neutral. Again, flex, contract, cup, look up, knees to the ceiling, head to the ceiling, contracting back, and release. Then we're gonna go for the pitch over. Flex, contract, cup, look up, increase that contraction. Again, prickly plant here, no tilting, driving into the floor, hovering over, And then you release out on the diagonal this time. Feet point, arms out, long neck, and then come up sitting. And you're gonna do that 2 times. Flex, contract, cup, look up. Curve, keep the contraction, releasing from the lower, middle, upper back, and up. All right, we're gonna add on, I'm gonna teach you another variation of the arms. We're just gonna do the center ones. You're gonna bring your arms into a diamond shape, shoulders down. This is the second variation, without the spirals, of course, but these are what the hands do. So, when you contract this time, you're gonna bring, like you're folding in your elbows here, flip your wrists and cuff. I'm gonna get close to you so you can see this. It's a little complicated. Shoulders down. The contraction, as you look up, you're gonna bend, keeping your wrists in a space hold. Elbows go forward, hands go back. You almost like wanna feel like you have a pull, pulling you up. You're hanging over a pull as you're in that contraction, cupping and looking up. And then when you release, you open your fingers and your hands back into that diamond shape. Flex, contract, cup, look up, release into a diamond. That's the second variation of arms, okay? So, combination, classic combination of what we've been doing, building upon. So 2 in the center of just the warm up. Pull back and sit up. Then 2 going over. 1, 2, over, release, and up again. Flex, and over, and release, and up. Switch. Here we go. Flex, contract, cup, look up, but this time in the diamonds, and release. 2, 3, 4. Flex, contract, cup, look up, and release. 2, 3, 4. And we'll stay there. Just practicing that closing of the wrists and elbows, hanging from this hook here as we pull back in that contraction. All right, so again, no collapsing. It's a pulling and lengthening, pushing out with energy of the arms to do all these deep stretches. It's a lot to think about, but if you really use your breath, that exhale and the inhale, it helps a lot. Let me make sure I have what the right music is. Ready? Sitting up tall, pulling back with contraction to initiate. Flex, contract, cup, look up, release. Sit up tall. Again, pull back, contract, cup, look up, release. Here we go. Let's go over this time. Flex, contract, cup, look up, over, hover, shoulders down. Release, tailbone. Really long diagonal. Sit up. Let's do it a little faster. 1, 2, over. Release, hover. Up, new arms. Flex, contract, cup, look up. Ooh, release. Diamond, shoulders down. Good. Flex, pull back. Arms go above the head. Up. Feel those sits bones. Great job, guys. That's a lot of work with those elbows here, and then we'll start doing the diagonal movement. Beautiful. All right. We skipped this for a few weeks, but we're gonna do the feet coming forward. 2 options. You can keep your feet parallel here with the flex feet back, or you can turn them on first, heels lifted like you're in a demi-plie. Arms are in first position. You're gonna reach your right leg out, pushing the heel. 1, 2, 3, point 4. You can open this opposite arm. Flex 5, pull in, turn out, kiss the heels. Other leg, push the heel. Flex 2, 3, point 4 as you open that same arm. Flex back. Repeat. Push 1, 2, 3, point 4, and flex. Pull in, turn out. Other side, 2, 3, point 4, flex. Close everything in. You're sitting up tall, no collapsing. Pillow may help at this position. All right, then both legs, arms over the head. 1, 2, 3, point 4 as they open. Flex back 5, close, close, plie again. Heels lifted, don't let them collapse. Again, push out 1, 2, 3, 4. Flex 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cross your hands, pushing down, sitting up tall. It's almost like we're in Giselle, but we're Graham. And then you're gonna point and flex and point and flex 4 times, point and flex and point and flex, and then we'll reach up and over. Again, you could do this in parallel. If you're still working on your turnout, you could just do everything articulating the feet. This is when we're really warming up the feet. These are our ground tendus, like we'd be doing at the bar in ballet. Really lifting that heel, striving the sits bones. That's the theme of the day. Sits bones into the ground, sitting up tall. Arms crisscross. So one at a time, and then both. Trying to get those pinky toes touching the floor each time as you point and flex. Ready? Oh, great song. Sit up tall. Starting right. Pushing the heel. 1, 2. Point, flex, renew. Back turn out. Other side. Point, flex. Repeat. One at a time. Really straight and point. Sit up tall. Other side. Both together. Push. Keep the turn out. Point. Flex. Again. Point. Here we go. 1. Crisscross. Point. Flex. Articulate. The music ended because we were doing it so beautifully. Keep going. Doesn't matter. We're the ones performing last time. And flex and stretch up and over. I was going pretty slow for you because I just wanted that beautiful, juicy articulation. All right. Feet are warmed up. Legs are feeling engaged, so let's go to the long lean prep. Feet are back out in that nice a la seconde. Heels. Heels. Knees towards the ceiling, sitting up tall. Arms are here. And we'll start picking that knee up as you flex the foot like a puppet. And you just worked on the articulation of the feet, so pressing that heel up just like you did in that first. You're gonna do this here. Pointing the foot. I love pointing and pointing my foot at the same time. So the arm comes up. Flex, sit up, look, point, present. Other side, look. Again, 1 and 2, and open. And 1, and open. Both through center. Drop the arms straight from the navel up. Both knees up. Really high, but sitting up tall. And open. And up. Just staying straight and open. Now, adding on because we're ready. You're going to flex those feet and knees, keeping them to the ceiling. Don't let them rock. As you pitch forward with your body. So your tailbone, I told you that was the theme of the day, weighted tailbone into the ground. As you flex your feet up, you're pitching over just slightly, just so that you control. And then you bring the body up as you push the legs out and explode with the high release this time. 2 times. So again, that pitch, I'll get a little bit closer again. It's just like you're going through the center here for these, but this time you gather the energy, you tilt everything forward, keeping those knees out and towards the ceiling. Don't pitch over too much today. Ribs in, don't splay. Flat, flat board. Weight, 25-pound weight, tailbone here. Come up, and then like you're jumping, open. 2 times, and then we're done. Shake those legs out a minute. It's going to be intense for your first time, but using the inner rotators, the under muscles, pulling those knees up. So 4 times, presenting, 2 times playing, and then now with that pitch over. Keeping those knees out. If you need to bring your knees more into a V, perfect. I want you to feel that pitch between this pelvis here and the crease of the hips without the distortion of the body, okay? Let's go. Ready? 5, 6, Here we go. Up, open, point, point, up, press open, repeat, up, up, articulate the feet. Both arms, knees up and bend, push, up, let's hitch. Now, forward, push open, fall forward, open, hold there, chest up, ribs in, open like you're pulling and singing here. Great, so you might want to work on that. Feeling this, put your hands behind your knees here, so you can feel that feeling of pitching over in that flat back and that control you need from the base to keep your legs under control, not wiggling around, but you're able to lift taller while you move the rest of your body. Gorgeous. Shake those legs out again. We're going in to the fourth position. Fourth is so tricky to teach online because I can't physically move you. So we're in a position where if we stretch our legs here, you're gonna bend that top leg like a flipper, sit on both hips, and flex that foot in the front turned out, making a square with your body. Here you need to play a little bit with where you put this back leg tucked under, because you want to tuck it under so you're sitting on both hip bones. You don't want to be out and about on a diagonal. You want to be sitting straight down on these hip bones, weighted down. So wherever this leg can be relaxed and tucked in, great. This heel though is lifting up the floor. And we're gonna do the hip, waist, shoulder, head. So this is called fourth position. Getting really close to you. From the hip, place your hand behind your hip here and push it. So it initiates hip, waist, chest, head. You're spiraling around your center here. As you push that hip, the leg's relaxed. Then as you push this hip forward, the leg heel turns in like you're in a back attitude here. Don't lift it off, but that's the idea. You're in a relaxed position. And then as you push the hip, you turn out. You start pointing this toe for 4 counts, 2, 3, 4. And then hip, waist, chest, head. Hip, waist, chest, beautiful head. And then again, hip, waist, chest, head. And then just hip, waist, chest, head. So this time you can use your fingers on the floor to find that initiation from the hip, twisting, 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 like you're a towel above your hip bones. Foot points, twisting around, trying to look over your back shoulder. Leg turned out, and then it relaxes as you push the hip back down to the floor. Waist, chest, head. It's complicated. You guys got it. But I want you today to really focus on staying right in the center of your hips. So don't go hip, waist, chest, head, hip, waist, chest, head. You're staying right up and down. Someone's pulling you up here and twisting you from above in an infinity helix. Hip, waist, stay tall, twist, twist, head, stay tall, hip, waist, chest, head. So you're spiraling around the center part of your pelvis here. Here's the combination. First thing we're gonna do is just practice this hip. We're gonna go hip, forward, hip, back, hip, forward. You could put your hand here. Hip, forward, just loosening it up and 4 times. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use your hands. Hip, waist, chest, head. Again, hip, waist, chest, head, and hip, waist, chest, head. To the other side. Stretch the legs towards me. Flip, flipper. Don't do this. And fourth position again, right angle. Hip bones on the floor. And we'll do the hips again. Push the hip forward and back. Just feeling that initiation here. You could put your hand on your hip and feel how it points and flexes. Then the 4 counts. And hip, waist, chest, head. Drive the hip down, hip, waist, chest, head. Again, turn out, heel comes down to the floor. Hip, waist, chest, head, like you're in that back attitude. and a hip, waist, chest, head. I hope that's clear. I can't see all the questions, but keep watching, keep feeling how that hip initiation turns that heel back to the floor and it makes you spiral so tall out of the ground like a tornado above you. You don't twist and spiral down, you twist and spiral up like a tree, a plant growing up out of the ground. Work on the hips and then follow along for the 4 count 2 times. All right, here we go. Relaxed, hand in the hip here, forward, back, just feeling the forward of the hips turned out, back, 2 more times, heel down, push, here we go, hip, waist, chest, hip, waist, hip, spiral, hip. Good. Stretch. Tuck. Work on the hip. Push it. Pull it back. Forward and back. Heel down. Heel. Relaxes. Here we go. Turn around. Hip. Waist. Chest. Hip down. Waist. Tricky to find the right position here, but again, lots of things happening as this hip goes forward, this back heel goes to the floor, turns out this leg is pointing, you're spiraling on the upper body, and eventually, if you want to move with me now, I'm just going to show you, we'll start using the arms, waving, like pulling through water here. You can just move with me here, these are the next developments, and then eventually we'll go up. We'll start doing some pitches over. So I want you to know how we're gonna add these spirals, the pitches that we've done so many times in the warm-ups to these more advanced and complicated steps and combinations. So again, using that back hip, I can go to the other side as well, to the driving force to turn out that leg and spiral above it. And eventually we'll use the arms. And we'll also work on this pitching forward again. That's why it's so important to work on that long diagonal body as we keep going on. All right, so we're gonna go straight to the pleatings favorite. And we're gonna go here. Back on the floor, as usual. Hopefully I don't knock you down. All right, we're gonna do another little new thing. So we're laying back. As we scoop in, the first thing that happens in these pleatings, I'm gonna move my hands. Do you see this light under my body here? We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna scoop that stomach into the spine into the ground to curve our body. And it makes my knees bend because your knees and your feet are glued together here in parallel. So in 4 counts, you're gonna scoop in, cup your hands, bring it to the ceiling. 1, 2, and release. 1, 2. Like you're carving out your stomach, soft, or like ice cream, scooping out your stomach like ice cream. Carving in. 1, 2, you bend your knees. Oh, pulling in, curving up. And release. 1, 2. And then in 4 counts. First, the contraction. Exhale. 1, 2, lift up. 3, 4. Tuck the chin, scooping down with resistance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Exhale. Melting into the floor. 1. Lifting. Like you're catching rain in your cup. Hands. 2, 3, 4. Tuck the chin, pulling down with resistance as you come back. Palms face the floor. All right, new combo. You're gonna come up in 1, 2. Come up 1, 2, but this time clasp your hands in front of you. Like you're praying here. And then you're gonna tilt a little bit towards me. Keeping those feet glued together, toes on the floor. And then you're gonna come up to the center and relax down. Kind of hard. Suck that stomach in. 1, 2, Head is back, clasping, pulling front as you scoop the stomach in. And then tilt away. You can look at the floor here. Jugular of the neck, released. And then center, driving that lower back into the floor. And then back down. Whew. You'll feel your stomach. You'll feel that fullness of the contraction. So 2 on 2, 2 on 4, and then the tilts. Don't worry if they're not perfect. We're just feeling how you can use that contraction and like you're tipping a whole bowl over the bowl of your pelvis on these rocks in this held position with control of the contraction. So again, that's a really good image to have. Feel like your pelvis is a bowl here and you're tipping that bowl, spilling out a little bit of the water on the edge, and then back to center and down. And then you have the bowl and you tip it out the other way and through the center and down. All right, let's do this together. Good. Palms down, 2 counts. Exhale. 1, 2, release. Exhale, cup the hands. Head goes back. 4 counts. Scoop. 2, up, 3, lift, scoop in. Chin. Good, relax. Stop. 2, 3. Lift your arms. Catch the rain. Here we go with the clasp. 1, 2, tilt. Center pull. Relax. Good. Scoop. Tip the bowl. Center pull. Relax. For fun, flip the hands up. Chest release. And relax down. Excellent, you guys. Let me get you back to a normal spot. Moving with me here. Oh, I really turned your world upside down. That's kind of grand, tilting you one way or the other. All right, I want you to stand up however you want. We want to shake it out a little bit, shake out those legs. We worked so much on that contraction, that release. What was the most important thing today? Long diagonal. Sits bones into the ground today. We added on with the deep stretches. We added that pitch over in the long lean prep. So keep remembering that. We really worked on that initiation of the hip in that 4th position. So as you build upon, don't forget these small little building blocks as we go. All right, so a few combinations in the center before our hour's up. We're gonna stand in this for nice first position. Heels together, ankles, inner thighs, everything zipped up tall. Arms with air behind the armpits as we do our pliés. And plie, 2, stretch. Knees over toes, and stretch. Arms up, 1, and open. Curve, plie, and open. Releve, so scoop down, shoulders down. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Release. Quick change to the second. Again, dummy. And straighten, get taller. Knees up, and taller. Arms. When you go down, your arms come up and down. As you straighten, your arms come second, and then in this position, a little different from ballet, they don't relax down. They curve strongly down and down. And open. Then scooping again, keeping that nice curve in the arms like you're lifting the world up. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And down. Curve. And staying in this second position, you're gonna curve one more time, lifting the world. Heels coming forward, inner thighs still engaged in the second position, and then lifting your chest, high release. You're gonna balance in that second position. All right, here we go, just warming up. We've done pliés on the floor. Now this is no bar, using the security of your rotation, your stomach, your lifting, and nice strong arms beside you. Driving into the ground. Open up your chest. Ready? Down. left. We're gonna do some tendus and a quick combination. So I'm gonna show this quickly here. Again, arms out like you lifted those heavy buckets. Release the hands. Tendus in parallel with the right foot. You're gonna go out and close and out and close, out, demi-plie, legs in parallel, and then you're gonna shift front. So that's a nice plie, really shifty between legs, and straighten. Then we're gonna go to the side. Side, close straight, closing, articulate, side, plie, snatch in, and straighten. Gonna make a square with your body. Then you're gonna go back. Don't distort the hips. Tendu back, keep it parallel, and back, straight, back, plie, dart back, pull in, and straighten. And we're gonna do the whole thing, front, side, back again. I'll do like 1 and 2, 3, and straight. Plie, gather in. Stay in plie and straighten. Side and side, side, plie, gather in, and the back. Can't see me. Back, and back, and back. Plie, really shift back, and straighten. Ready? We're working on our parallel articulation and our shifts between the legs. Right leg, here we go. Out, parallel. Plie, shift, front. Good, to the side, side. Pull in, get up straight. Side, plie, dart. Right leg still, keep the hips front. Plie, dart, other side. Dart forward, pull, parallel, even hips, deep plie, land in a plie, push, good, back, I'm going out of the frame, you gotta shift out of your frame, that's how far you need to shift, plie, shift, finish, good. It's always good to practice that Graham shift between legs where you're going from one to another, without letting the whole rest of your body move around. All right, another tendu, this time in a turned out position. So we're, again, beautifully building. So in a first, we're gonna do a classic 8-8, 4-4, 2-2, 9-1s. Closing in on the count. So right leg out, closing in first. So in a turned out, arms just out. You're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and quick change on that and count. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 counts. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 9 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can lift the arms, you can lift the leg. Balancing. So you're shifting between this first position. You don't want to rock in the hips. That's some type of move that not in Graham class. You're pulling out, you're closing it in on the count, so the 1, and out on the and you change. So if you close on 8, and to start the next side. Follow along, you're gonna get it. It's a beautiful way to cut. These cuts staying right in the center of your leg like a pendulum without swinging the hips around. Using that rotation, that closing and zipping of the inner thighs each time for a turned out tendu. 8-8, 4-4, 2-2, 9-1s. Doing this before the timer runs out, let's do it. Good, so we're working between the legs here. All right, we have a few minutes to do a fun combination. I promised I would try to give you a little bit more in the center. So we're gonna work on the contraction standing in a big open second. Legs are turned out, knee over toe here. You're playing down, arms are open like you're holding the world. You're gonna contract and clap to that side so it feels like you're pulling back in that contraction, making your legs come to parallel. So you're going from an open second to a contraction to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release to turn out, shift back, 2, 3, 4. Again, contract, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shift back, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to shift right, 2, 3, 4, bending on the right, and left, 2, 3, 4, and up, and shift. I'll show it again to the other side. Contract, 1, 2, 3, 4, pulling back, and explode. Contract to the side, pulling, and explode. Then you're gonna shift, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, other side, I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, straightening one leg, leaning out, bending this leg, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Then pulling up that leg into a passe, and shifting back out. I'm going speedy fire today, but using the shift, using the contraction plie to open and close. The first time we go shifting towards that right side and left side and up and open. Second time, the other way, just tilting like a seesaw to lift up and passe. Last combo. 5, 6, ready, here we go. Contract and clap, pull, explode. Ooh, I really pulled back. Contract, explode, shift right, left, pull up to passe, up, and down. I'm changing up on you. Contract, pull, turn out, explode. Pull in, contract, clap, explode, shift, tilt, pull up to that passe, up, open, good. Whew. I'm changing it up on you because I get so excited to start really dancing in the center with you guys, but thank you so much again. I'm gonna save this video, hopefully on 24 hours so you can take class. Please, please,